Alright, hey everybody, it is Tony, and I am back. This is my announcement for my 250 subscriber giveaway. That is just one of the cards you can win. Nothing crazy, but it is just a grab bag full of cards. I will do the spin the wheel thing on Monday, next Monday. The details on how you can enter will follow at the end of this video. But first, I'm going to do a TTM tutorial. Jedistiles asked me if I could do one, so here we are. I have an informal guide on how I do TTMs. Jedistiles asked me if I can do a how-to video, how I write my TTMs, so we're going to get right to it. First, I just picked my card. I'm not really sending off to Von Hayes, but that's a card I'm going to use for this video. I have my yellow legal pad here. I always start off with the date. That's just me on how I write letters, and then I always address it Mr. Hayes. Like that. I know, bad handwriting. So my letter, first sentence is always pretty uniform. I have enclosed one card in hopes of getting your autograph. That's pretty standard on all my letters of request. And then if it's a Notre Dame player, a Cubs player, somebody like that, I'll always talk about how I'm a Cub fan or a Notre Dame fan, this and that. So I just want to make it as personal as I can. Guys that never played for my team, I still try to make it as personal as I can. I'll ask a question or two. Hopefully they respond. And if they don't, such is life. I use Sports Card Forum to get addresses. It's free and it's generally up to date. Sometimes it's not. So I use that first, and then I'll use Google to see if there's an updated address. So as far as envelopes, I'm not going to tell you how to address an envelope. If you don't know how to do that, well then that's on you. So I always use for the return back to me, I always use the pre-seal ones, the pre-sticky ones, so they don't have to lick them. These guys are getting a lot of requests, so who wants to lick a ton of envelopes? And then for the one out to them, I lick it. Whatever, it doesn't bother me. So that is a quick how I address and write TTMs. It's pretty easy. I always check to see if the charge, that way I can send the proper amount they need. All right, so that's how I do TTMs. I will be right back when I reset, and then I'm going to discuss my 250 sub contest coming up. So here we go. So on May 4th, I'm going to have the drawing for my 250 subscriber giveaway, and here's what I want from you. You can either write it in this video. I want you to discuss, not in a lot of detail, but story. Give me a story on what you wanted to do when you grew up. So if you wanted to be a doctor, say, hey, I wanted to be a doctor when I was little. I never did it, but I became a plumber. Whatever. Just tell me what you wanted to do when you were little and what you are doing now as a career. And if you want to make a video, you can do that, and then just copy and paste a link to that YouTube video and in the comments section. You can do that as well. Either one. So I'm going to go ahead and start it off. When I was a little kid, well, I wanted to be a lawyer until I found out how long you had to go to school to become a lawyer. So in high school, I had a teacher who urged me to get into sports and work and career as something to do with sports writer, sports whatever. So in high school, I started doing stats for our boys basketball team, and that kind of led me into my career. And I am in PR in a community college in Northern Virginia, and I do some side work for Georgetown and George Mason, and a few other schools around the DC area as well. So I'm a hired gun to do stats, and that's how I do sports, and that's what I do now. I do PR and athletics. It's a lot of fun. Do stats, do graphic design and stuff like that. I'm glad I didn't choose the lawyer route. I really like my career. All right, so there we go, guys. That's kind of what I want. Thanks for playing, and thanks for following.